Oh, there we go. Here I am. And there's what the Hales.
Hales low.
Love it.
You know what time it is? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is Auctions Anonymous.
It is.
The man, the myth, the legend from beautiful Florida, Jeremy Hales. And his right ring over there, the Hot Wheel aficionado, weighing in at undisclosed weight.
Undisclosed.
Mr. Conky Lee. And making
let's not forget the auctioneer extraordinaire, Robert Zeba.
Auctioneer extraordinaire, Rob Zeba. Woo, baby. Okay.
Any trivia question to follow is going to be, who was the last one to AA? Where's Guapo?
I talked to him today on the phone briefly.
Where have all the Guapos gone? I'm calling him.
Call him and see where he is. He's probably out shoveling his driveway or something.
He's probably still in Miami.
No, he flew out yesterday.
I hope I didn't ruin it. Did I spoil the spoiler?
No, I think he said he was going somewhere.
I didn't know if he did anything like out of Miami or did a live from Miami or.
Oh, see who we got in the chat.
I got to turn my chat.
A lot of people. We got Jesse in the chat.
Jesse, you gonna bring that wood, baby? Jesse's supposed to hook me up with some wood.
I've got wood. I can get it.
Storage Legends. I got some good stories for this week, guys. Woo.
What happened with is one of those stores? What happened with Public Storage? What?
That's an interesting story.
You want to start right there?
I didn't even make it because I thought it was going to be online, and then lo and behold, they're live again, and I already had those 2 days scheduled. I couldn't make it there.
Yeah, they messed me up too. But I talked to the main man, and I figured out what was going on.
What was going on?
Man, the myth.
So let's tell the audience.
Guapo.
How you doing, sir?
They want to know where you're at. They're like, "Where's the legends of the storage?"
That is what people are asking.
Logging on, guys. I'll let you go then. Okay, guys. So Max from Public Storage basically stated the units they put online were units that previously did not sell or people bought and left the contents.
Oh, yeah, you don't want that.
These are all abandoned units that they've deemed unsellable to the current crew, and they put them online. Now, was this to test the waters? I don't know. They sold the roach unit. It sold.
Did they really?
Yeah, somebody bought it.
Well, for one thing, they only put one picture in, which is probably there's probably a reason for that. Now that I know, that's probably the reason they only put one picture in.
So they're basically all manager special units.
All garbage.
Did they list them as that?
I didn't really look at the listing. I'm assuming they listed them as non-lean. I don't know if they put manager special, but
interesting. I'll be right back.
Yeah, so that was very strange, that's for sure. Because it messed my up because I wasn't planning on it either, Conky. And
so did you go?
I went to some.
Yeah, I had the whole week was shot because I piled a lot of other work on this week, so that I figured if I wasn't going to the public storage auctions, I'd get caught up. Oh well. Still looking for Guapo to come in. We've got let's see, we've got Adventures with the Hudsons, we've got Clear Thrift, Jesse, Tim Higginbottom, Ben Bud, how you doing, Ben? Rosie's Random Treasures. A lot of people in the chat. I don't know how many. 110 watching.
Woo!
Yeah, sort of good unit on the east side.
We can get it higher than that.
We'll have to find out what Claire Thrift's got in his unit.
Hey, just well, go ahead. I apologize, Conky.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to ask Jesse, did you get that unit? I checked on.
No.
He didn't?
I forgot. Jesse, how much did that unit go for? It was like 2,000, 2,500 or something crazy.
Wow.
Jeez.
When I saw it, it was like $800 and some dollars, and he was winning.
Yeah. He said it went for some ridiculous amount of money. And a lot of these units have been going for crazy money.
Just because you'll have to watch the crappy video.
2250.
50. Wow.
The unit had some RC cars and it was a 15 by 20, Jeremy.
Wow.
It had some RC cars in it. There's some tools, clothes, household stuff. But I thought it was a nice unit, but
not $2,000.
Yeah, these people are crazy.
Yeah. I've got my eye on one right now, and I have a feeling it's going to go way too high. So I'm kind of.
Yeah, but I looked at that one, and I'm like, yeah, that thing's going to go. It's going to go stupid high.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. There we go.
The one.
You missed the big intro, man. I had all the stuff set up for you. You're going to be like Apollo Creed.
Not only.
Oh man.
Hey, do you guys want an exclusive What the Hales update on the house that you can only find on Conky's Flippin' Adventures during AA?
I'm ready for that.
Let's do it.
So here's what I'm going to do, Conky. I'm going to take myself out of the show here. Wait, so here, take me out of the show here. I'm going to put this on mute. I'm going to jump back in the show on my cell phone and show you everything that's been going on, okay?
All right, so you're going to jump in on another device, right?
I'm going to jump in on another device and show you guys what's been going on.
Thanks for the super chat, Rosie.
So, Legends, how was Miami?
Oh, it was decent.
What was the weather like?
It was amazing. I'm gonna go back out. I'm gonna book my ticket tomorrow or something. I had to come back to help my mother out.
Well, that's a good son.
Absolutely, Graham. That's the thing about Guapo. You guys, Guapo loves his mom, his grandma. I was raised on a single mother, so single. You know, my mom and my two grandmas are just like my world.
What the hell are you doing?
What's up? Everybody's saying hi to me. What's up, Carla, Uncle Bo?
There's Uncle Bo. Hey,
Flippin' Adventures.
Flippin' Adventures.
Alexandra.
You guys are ready for the exclusive update, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm kind of afraid.
Now you can see.
Yeah,
you can see. All right. So here's the screened-in porch.
Look at
So
those hands.
What's going on here?
okay. So now if we go inside, nobody's going to really remember this from the original video, but there was closets, there were walls.
Wow.
There was all kinds of stuff here in the kitchen. So what we've done is we've knocked out everything that we possibly can here. Sorting tables will go here, here. That's the original dinner table. This is where George makes me sit and edit when she's scared at night, when she's doing packaging. This is the live stream area. And this is going to turn into my office area in here. So we just cleaned this out. So Georgia is going to give me this little area because she's already claimed this entire area, which allows her to actually see the chickens out there. So we've opened up as much as we possibly can in the front of the house. Now this is, if you guys recall, as we were looking for more money, but we didn't find any there. But if you recall in the one video, and by the way, this is an exclusive Conky. You're not going to see this anywhere else. All of these rooms, this was a bedroom right here. That was a full bedroom, which is now all shelves. These are all lots that we've started to put together for the YouTube auctions. This was the laundry room, which is all shelves. This is the holding tank for the well, which we are getting on a different water system. If you remember, for the true fans, they probably remember all the light switches that we had hanging and dangling. But every single room, this was the master bedroom here. This was the master bedroom. This is where the old lady actually was living. And now everything is warehouse. It's temporary warehouse until we build the actual warehouse.
So you scratch build all those shelves, or did you find some of that stuff in storage units?
All of this, some of it came from storage unit, from like this sheeting here. Liz Barnes, her mom, who gave it away, who gave the storage unit away to us. This piece, that piece, this was from that unit that was gifted to us. A lot of this wood was actually wood that was walls in here, or wood that was here at the actual ranch. And now it goes, this is about a 50-foot stretch, and it's literally the back bedrooms are all just one 50-foot stretch of shelves. That's all it is.
Nice.
That's all. We took the back of the house, we shelved it, and then the front of the house. So really, the house is our working warehouse right now. We opened everything up that we could, and then we'll have tables here. We can't even flush the toilet right now. So
Table in the way.
really, even though I cleaned the toilet, we literally are going to the bathroom in a bucket. We can't even flush the toilet right now.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
So there's your exclusive, only seen on Conky's Flippin' Adventures, that Jeremy and George literally can't even flush a toilet, even though I bought a brand new toilet. The reason is the septic system is completely and totally filled and clogged, and we have to go to the bathroom in a bucket. No joke. So we are loving life, and we're pooping in a bucket.
Wow.
So we can check that one off our bucket list. All right, I'm going to get off of the phone, and I'm going to jump back on the laptop.
Yo. Hi, Conky's wife, Noreen. Hi, Tiger. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Kristen. Love those girls, man. Bonnie and Kristen, man. I understand.
Rosie, I don't think he has enough shelves. He'll have those things full in a week.
Only takes one unit, Conky.
Sheesh.
Tell you what, the unit I bought, crazy. Is that elephant?
Another exclusive. Jeremy's blowing his nose.
Are you sure that's not an elephant? He's not doing the elephant thing again, is he?
I hope not.
Last time he said the trunk sprays water. I don't want to see it.
Yeah, none of that.
Yo, what's up, Tim, Valerie K? What's going on? Luna, what's going on?
Oh, man.
Alexandra, no, I haven't got it yet, but I'm glad that you found. I'm glad you found your Scooby-Doo wagon. What's up, Steve?
No, we do not have enough shelves.
Oh my gosh! So Jeremy, wait a minute. So Jeremy, I'm probably gonna fly out to Tampa first, and go meet that lady.
The one that I hooked you up with the shirts.
I thought that you were at like her storage unit, like while she was getting it, but you just showed up with the guy
at Robbie's. So she's 5 minutes from Robbie's at Get Swamped, and then Robbie's like, you have to come. They just started getting storage units. This is like their 6 or 7 storage unit. They need your help. They don't even know what they have. And he's like, come look at it. And he took me, and I went and looked at it, and I was like, I already know who will buy these from you. And that's where I called you.
I'm flying out for them. I mean, they're all right. I mean, it's kind of like it's a similar load that I got like from Storage Stalker. Just band tees are doing good. There's the thing about band tees, guys. You guys know that. Really quick, just to keep everybody updated. If you guys don't know, Conky likes the cars. Rob likes the comics. Jeremy likes the Ghostbuster stuff. I like the vintage T-shirts. Those are kind of like our like preferences of items. Everybody collects something. I don't care how simplistic you are. Everybody collects something. So with band tees, guys, you got to understand the band tees are the most consistent tees. They'll never go down in value. You know, you got hype on movie tees, you have hype on rap tees and music tees. But the band tees are the most consistent vintage. Like it's just like just consistency, dude. It's like it's not like other t-shirts that can die. You know, Dragon Ball Z t-shirts right now. If you guys have any Dragon Ball Z t-shirts, I'll buy them off of you. You know, any cartoon t-shirts, buy them off of you. And guys, remember, we're looking for tags, guys. We're not looking for screen. We're looking for tags. So there's screen print and then there's tags. So
the tags are the old ones?
Tags is old school.
Tags is pre 2008 and back. Pretty much, and anything before 95, typically give or take, should be single stitched. So single stitch.
And explain to everybody what single stitch means.
So say single stitch is like it means like let me see. Put me full screen, Conky.
Yeah.
So on your sleeve right now, guys. On your sleeve, I don't know if you guys can see that. You guys, everybody, just take their sleeve right now and look at their shirt sleeve right now. If you guys see that there's two stitchings, two stitchings, it's a double stitch shirt, which means it's a little bit more modern. And basically like just like, you know, I don't know, like they started single stitching shirts around around 1995. That doesn't necessarily mean that a 2000 or a 1998 shirt cannot be single stitched. It still can, but you know.
But let me ask you this, Guapo. I've got a double stitch t-shirt on here. If I go through and take one of the stitches out, would the shirt be worth more money?
I mean, I don't know. That's actually a good point. I've never really honestly thought about that. I mean, how simplistic is it to remove a full stitch, you know, because it's double stitch all around.
I find the stitch removing tools in every single storage unit. It's just a little yoink, yoink, yoink.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I think it'd be real obvious that it'd be easy to tell that there was a double stitch there at one point, I feel like. So, not too sure.
Rosie just say?
Thank you, Rosie. Check him in. Just got a bunch of t-shirts from Jeremy and George. Let me know, Guapo. I'll post a vid.
Just got a bunch of t-shirts from Jeremy and George. Let me know. I'll post a vid or whatever. Jeremy and George, would those be t-shirts that I would want?
They were a graphic tee lot. There was anything that we thought had some value as far as reselling that George put up on the Sunday night auction. If you ain't on the Sunday night auction, you're missing out, man.
Yeah, you get on the Sunday night auction. We know if you're there because you come in and say hi to everybody, but if they're still in shirts and you don't say anything, we know you're off somewhere else.
Everyone, just remember, Conky's auction Saturday night, Jeremy's Sunday, Tuesday's Legends auction.
And
there's 3 auctions in me.
I didn't get a chance to do an auction. I have to do an auction. I just got back to Ohio, so hopefully tomorrow we can get an auction going, guys, for everybody that missed our auction, or not missed our auction, but missed us on Tuesday.
How bad do you want to be in Florida?
Oh my God, I want to be in Florida so bad. I told my mom, I'm like, you better love me. Like, I'm your only son. Like, you better love me. Like, I had very, 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 very serious footage, guys. This wouldn't have been like something like, you know, typically that we would put on the channel, but I was gonna go see a reggaeton artist named Anuel. For anybody that kind of like knows who that is in the chat, you guys should go crazy right now. He's pretty much like one of the biggest like artists like in that genre of music. And I would be meeting him through another guy that's like pretty much part of like the vintage t-shirt like groups that I'm in. And you know, I got on the phone with the guy. He said his rent's $3,700 a month. I'm like, oh my gosh, so this is kind of like believable. I guess he has a partner named David Gruffith. And I guess like that David Gruffith guy like owns a lot of stuff in Miami. So they just got married and I had plans today to go and see that. And that footage would have just been incredible. It would bring a whole nother type of audience to the channel. But I literally would die for my mom, any of my grandparents. It's just like at any moment. So nothing would be more important than to do my civil son duties. So
yep, always once a son, always a son.
Right, especially if I'm the only child. So
yeah.
Hey, 83 degrees today, so you didn't miss much.
Oh my gosh, I loved it. The condo I was at was amazing. It was just like the view was just. I'll put it in a video. I got some video footage on this next one, but it was just, oh my goodness, it was an amazing, like, to just like it's fun just to be on the balcony and sit there. I mean, I could only imagine like going to hunt some crocodiles with Mr. Hales and
Dude, are you coming? Which day are you coming down?
So today, tomorrow I will be. Oh, Rob, tomorrow you want to unload this the Parma unit? What are you doing tomorrow, Rob?
What time are you gonna go?
Early, extremely early. Anyways, we'll talk about it tomorrow, Jeremy. I want to finish up my Parma unit that I found all those vintage band tees.
Yeah.
Am I gonna finish it? Probably not, but I think maybe like in 2 loads, maybe. I feel like we can probably get it done, and then probably that night, tomorrow night, maybe. I don't know, Saturday morning.
You would fly. Florida flights are so cheap right now; it's ridiculously cheap. So you would fly Friday or Saturday.
Yes, Saturday morning, Friday evening.
Okay, we're going to Robbie's on Monday morning. We're going to the largest flea market in the world.
No way.
Which is 5 minutes from the people that you're going to see. Robbie's is 5 minutes from the place where you're going to get the T-shirts, and then we're going 5 minutes to the largest flea market in the world. So on Monday, what we could do is you get the T-shirts, meet us at Robbie's, and we could go to the largest flea market in the world. Robbie wants you at the ranch. He wants to see your reaction with the gators and the Crocs.
I'm wrestling a gator. Robbie, if you're in the chat, be prepared. Have an ambulance on site because those gators are going down. We're stuffing a real one, Jeremy. You see that fake one behind you? It's going to become real, and the fans are going to notice it because it's going to be freakishly larger.
When you said have an ambulance ready, was that for you or for the gator?
That's for the gator. That's a good question. Good question.
Make sure we have
that question, Conky.
Wow. Dude, but if we hit that flea market up, you'll go back with so much. I mean,
no,
you'll flip out. We'll find. Robbie is telling us, he's like, oh man, he's like, these people, gold, silver, nonstop. He's like, he's got a buddy that all he does, he makes 100,000 plus a year selling. All he does is mower parts on eBay, and he gets it all from that flea market.
Are you kidding me?
Mower parts?
Mower parts.
Sheesh.
$100,000 a year on eBay.
There's a guy I know, just appliance parts. He sells like, I don't even know, at least 100,000 a year, just appliance. That's all he does is buy appliances. And he goes, Rob, if I sold this dryer, it's worth $250. In pieces, it's worth $600. Yeah. I was like, what? Because he's like, this button here is $100. This button, this sensor, every piece is like $100. So he'll piece it out, you'll get way more money.
Way more money. That's what my dude just did with you guys remember? Both of you guys have seen that like dryer, that really nice Samsung dryer that was in my driveway forever. I feel like when you came over, Jeremy, that it was there. I had like this Samsung dryer, guys. It was in my driveway dude, I swear it was over last winter. So it was like, it literally was like $200-300, dude, I don't know. It's probably $200-300 in resale value. And I sold it. And the guy was like, man, yeah, I'll come get this. It doesn't have to work. I piece it out and I make triple my money. So.
Yeah, that's exactly. I mean, we teach that on a lot of thrifting videos. Piece everything out. You'll make way more money.
I do that with exercise equipment.
Yo, so are you coming with me to go get the T-shirts, or what's your deal?
Yeah, we'll come and see you. So Robbie's place is about an hour and 20 minutes from us. So what we're doing with Robbie is we pretty much we go over there once a week, and then we right now because I got certified for alligator nuisance calls. Which, just to clarify, I can only do this under the tutelage of Robbie, but I'm certified and in the state of Florida now. So a normal person can't just go up and start touching gators. But if I'm with Robbie, I can help him. So like we'll get I'm on call nonstop. If he gets a call for a nuisance gator, if it's a 13-footer, then he knows he's to wait for us. We get there, we both film. And so I can't wait. I can't wait. So
Yeah,
every time he calls me, like he called me 10 times today. Every time he called, I was like, "You got one? You got one?" I was like, "I'm ready. I'm ready." And he's like, "No, not yet. Next week." He's like, "We'll have one next week." So, but we're at Robbie's like once a week, and then we're on call anytime now to go help with gator nuisance calls. And George will be filming me helping Robbie, and then Robbie will be filming his side of it, and it's going to be a ton of fun, man.
Man, bro.
But we drive an hour.
No, it's happening. I can't play around. I mean, now I have business incentive now. I mean, it's even t-shirts, even crazy. Like, I wasn't anticipating visiting you this early, though. I definitely wanted to get done with what I had to do in March before I even made any type of adjustments. But I mean, dude, like you should see, like, my house is like almost like empty with the carpet. We kind of just kept it kind of empty, so the moving process wouldn't be pretty bad. Like,
dude, I'm telling you, Otter Creek is the place to be.
Otter Creek is the place to be.
Who can buy land there now with Jeremy? They're buying everything up. How far away from Otter Creek do we have to go before we can buy something?
There's a 9,000 acre lot for $2.5 million right down the road. All three of you pitch in.
I'll just take the money out of my PayPal account.
There you go.
Do they take Bitcoin?
Do they take Troll?
They might.
I have a bunch of dog coin or Dodge coin, whatever they call it. Doggy coin. Yeah. Conky, you should see me outside today.
wait,
you
you have
9,000 acres.
Dogecoin? You have it or no?
I don't got nothing, man. You know what? I got the price of junk today went up 2%, so I'm pretty happy.
What junk?
I got a whole building full. You should have seen the unit I bought, man.
Crazy.
The unit that I bought in Salem, Ohio. I haven't even got to the units yet, Jeremy, that I bought in Worcester.
That's
I
crazy.
still gotta empty those up.
Wow.
I bought this unit.
What is
It
this?
was a 10 by 20 out in Salem, Ohio. And the guy calls me up. He's like, "When are you picking up this unit? It needs to be out tomorrow." I'm like, "What?" I said, "Well, I'm going to rent the unit." He goes, "You can't rent it. We already got it rented." And I'm like, "Oh man!" So I changed my whole plan. Yeah, that's what the guy said. So he changed my whole plans. So I go down to this unit, and it was a mess. That's for sure. Someone just put in there as a hot mess. And woo,
What'd you pay for it, Rob? Did you do good?
$410. Yeah, I did good. Lots of surprises in this unit.
Nice.
With Coca-Cola collectibles, a belt buckle collection, a huge jewelry box in the back of the unit, all kind of stuff. There's so much. I mean, I already put out 2 videos, and I still haven't gone through all this stuff. I got boxes. I was going through boxes today. I still got tons of boxes, but it took forever to load. I had a 26-foot box truck, floor to ceiling, packed. I didn't even think I was going to make it all. I mean, literally, I'm pushing the last stuff in and closing the door and hoping it just makes it, you know. That's how packed it was.
Wow.
But I had to take a lot to the dump. 3.3 tons I threw out at the dump.
Are you serious? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's going to be kind of like the same scenario, man. I mean, it's going to help a lot if I can just go straight to the dump from Parma. It's not too far from Parma either.
Guys, dump here in Florida. It's 100% free. Every day.
It's so amazing.
All the time.
Dude, for people like us that have seen a lot, not at all, well, none of us have seen it all, and it's never going to be the case. But for people like us that honestly don't, you know, they're not really going to save stuff we got $1, $2 for. It's just not really it. That's amazing. Because you could just buy. If it's no good, then donate garbage and do it again tomorrow. And that's amazing.
Every day. You literally can load your trailer up, and they have a trailer area that you go and you unload your trailer. Every day.
Incredible, man. That's crazy.
I got yelled at the dump.
I actually have a dump truck, a big one. and I checked to see how much it would cost to dump my truck at the local dump here, and it was insane. It was like a $90-some fee just to drive in, and then it was so much per ton. It was going to cost me close to $200 to dump my truck every time. And it's the truck it's like a 12-foot dump bed that I can stack up like 4 foot high. It's going to cost me close to $200. And you're paying how much, Jeremy?
Zero is free.
Zero after how many ones?
Free.
I don't understand. Could you explain that to me again? What does free mean?
It is
They put it in the swamp.
100%.
They take it all to the swamp and go.
So, Jeremy, when you go in there and say you have $100 in your wallet as you're driving in,
Yeah.
how much do you have in your wallet as you're driving? I still don't understand this.
Typically, if I drive in with $100, I usually drive out with $200 because this place is magical. Because everything is free. You can even bring, check this out, guys, 4 tires a day. Guess how much? Free. After that, this is so silly because I was like, what? Your limit is 4 tires a day? And then after that, you charge for the 5th tire? I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, who are you guys kidding? You have a charge for a 5th tire? I'm like, come on, guys.
How much is that charge?
Everything is free. Everything is free. Except if you bring a 5th tire in a day, in 24 hours.
Who wouldn't just wait another day to bring that 5th tire?
Well, here's the thing. I was telling George, I was like, the ladies are so awesome. These 2 older ladies are just so awesome. And they're so much fun. They're so polite. This is not what you would think when you go to a dump. You would think that these are hardcore, hard people, and they're all so pleasant. Everybody there is so nice and so pleasant. And you know what? If I showed up 5 times in the day with 50 tires, they would probably go, "Oh, hi, Jeremy. Is this your first time here?" and they would go, and I'm like, "Yep." And they're like, "All right, go ahead, no charge." I mean, they're just awesome. They're just awesome. Wow. They really are. It's so convenient. I mean, especially when you buy 70 acres that previous owners used as a personal dump, and there's garbage piles everywhere. I could get a dumpster, and I thought about getting a dumpster in here, but really, just getting off the property to go to the dump is fun. It's a little field trip.
So how far away is it from you?
It's 10 to 15 minutes.
Oh man, that's like being right next door.
It really is. So remember, we're in like Adventures with the Hudsons. Jim was pricing property when he was out here. He was looking at acreage. We're 10 to 15 minutes away from the Gulf Coast, Cedar Key, which is the capital of oystering. We are 10 or 15 minutes away from the free dump. We're 10 or 15 minutes away from Bubba Q's, Walmart. We're in the middle of nowhere, and yet everything we need is right there. And we are 2 hours away from every major city with storage units. We're an hour and 20 minutes away from Robbie, which we love going out there. And you guys know, you all 3 of you know how much we drove to storage units. I mean, 2-hour drive was nothing for us.
Yeah, it really wasn't. It really was. I mean, don't get me wrong. It definitely was like a task, but I mean, it's natural. It's expected. So once it's expected, it's like, it's not really a thing. It's not really a nuisance.
It's just part of our business. It's part of our life.
I don't even think about driving. I feel like if it's an hour drive or so, it's like nothing. Like, I don't even think about it. The other day, I went to Public Storage in Sheffield Lake, then went to the one in Cleveland. Then from there, I rented the truck. From the truck, I went out to an hour and 20-minute drive to go get the storage unit in Salem, then come back. You know what I'm saying? It's just all day long just driving, hundreds and hundreds of miles. It's like you said, it's like part of our job. You get used to it.
Yeah. I think you guys would go crazy. I think, you're going to hear me keep saying it. I think you would love it.
I mean, I definitely don't doubt it at all. I mean, it just came from Miami. I loved it, and I hardly did anything. So it definitely was. You know, just the concept of like being in warm weather when it's not supposed to be warm typically where you're at is so rewarding. It's enough incentive to move, literally. Guapo, are you trying to hypnotize us? Luna, maybe. Luna, maybe.
You know, I used to have a job where I traveled a lot, and this was, you know, over 20 years ago, and it never failed. First of all, I was never in the town where the Indians were playing an away game, and you couldn't buy tickets around here because it was the late 90s. So that always stunk. And then it always seemed like in the winter they sent me north, and in the summer they sent me south. So when it was snowing around here, they sent me to Cadillac, Michigan, and that was even worse. And when it was hot here, they sent me to Florida. So I never picked that right.
Chapo said you guys got pigs.
Hold on. First of all, I gotta say congratulations, Jeremy, on being a new father. Then, okay. Yeah, you can't just say, you're not supposed to say, I heard you had a kid. No, you guys are like, congratulations. I heard you have some new company coming to the family now, and you're gonna name them Bacon, Crispy, and sorry.
Bacon Creek. So yeah, we did. We adopted. And okay, so here's part of what the super fans in here who watched the video already don't know. We did adopt, and you will see much more to come. As a matter of fact, here's another spoiler that you're only going to get on Conky's Flippin' Adventures. Okay, it's only going to be here on Conky's Flippin' Adventures AA. You're not going to see it anywhere else. We have officially adopted a gator. Now, I want to tell you that gator adoptions is not cheap at all. As a matter of fact, this is almost a $25,000 adoption. You will be seeing that soon. Okay. You will be seeing that soon. And this is a giant gator.
What's
So
his name?
that's coming soon. The name will be revealed on What the Hales, but that is a spoiler you won't see anywhere else except on AA.
Yeah, you guys have to go see that, guys.
Now, for the pigs, Beauty is in heat, and we didn't know that when we got her. They didn't know that when we got her. She started heat last night. There was two nights ago, and a giant boar got into the pig pen. So a giant boar picked up one of the fences. And again, they're rooters. They'll take up with their snout. Picked up one of their fences at 10:30 at night. George and I are working in here in the house, and then the camper. So this is like the warehouse where we work, and then the camper now is next to the house, and that's home. And so you try and keep those two separate now. So at 10:30 at night, we heard this pig scream, and I was like, "What's going on?" And so I went and got my Olight, my 14,000 lumen one, and I went out there and. Giant boar in the pig pen. And my first thought was, how the Hales did that thing get in there? And so I came back and I got the gun and I told George, I was like, I need you to hold the light. And I said, I got to take care of the boar. And so we go back out, the boar is gone. And I'm like, what the hell? That thing was so big and strong, it picked up the entire pen, which these potbellies actually, so Beauty is a potbelly, and as many people are already figuring out, Beast is a wild boar, feral boar, who's been actually, who's being hypnotized by Egyptian eyes into being domesticated. But Beauty and the Beast have been getting it on like Donkey Kong nonstop. So there's no doubt whatsoever. In about 3 months, we're gonna have baby pigs, whether it be the giant boar that was in there or if it's Beast. But another spoiler alert: you are gonna see many more in the weeks to come. Pigs, because we're not done adopting. So. I might even, Conky, should I give one spoiler video?
Sure. Let me give you full screen.
Okay, okay. Now, I want to be clear that some of you might find this offensive, but I also want to be extremely clear that this is completely and totally safe, and this is completely and totally harmless, and that we are in the process right now Let me see if I can get a good video clip for you. All right, so you'll be able to see just briefly here. You see the babies on the outside? And then you saw babies on the inside. In about a week, there will be babies all on the inside, and the babies are going to be domesticated. So we are in the process right now of, I mean, they're out there. All the pigs are out there right now. So they're literally right out the door. We're in the process of catching the baby pigs, and we are going to domesticate the baby pigs, and then we're gonna have fun with them. Pigs are smarter than dogs. They literally will follow you all around, just like a dog will.
So are you? I mean, are you still planning on coming back to Ohio this summer? And are you gonna? What's gonna happen with the?
Well, first of all, everybody's putting in the video today. What's going to happen when you come back to Ohio? And it's a very easy solution. Okay, it's the same thing when we moved to Florida, and everybody's like, "Well, what are you going to do with all your merchandise in Ohio?" You pay somebody. It's really that easy. So if anybody, to your super fans, if you know, before I ran a 175-acre Christian Camping Conference Center, I had one employee who did nothing, but he was an animal caretaker. And so it's a very easy situation. You hire somebody. That's it. If
really,
and that's a big if we come back even to Ohio. But that if is up in the air. But the solution is you hire somebody. And we don't have any loss of people. Like, we've got super fans begging us to live on the property, care for the animals, just for being able to live on the property while we're in Ohio. And we've not followed up with any of that. I mean, we get so many messages as it is anyway. When we're ready, we'll know when we're ready, and we'll hire appropriately.
That's what
you're gonna become like Carol Baskins and have
I'm gonna be a pig king.
You're gonna have a bunch of volunteers. So guys, I just found this inside of my drawer. I don't really know what it is though.
Guapo.
What?
When I ran the camp and conference center, I had over 1,000 volunteers every year.
Well, you're Carol Baskins.
So the volunteering thing, been there, done that.
Carol Baskins, man. Carol Baskins.
You guys want to hear a great story? Change topic real quick.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I had the U-Haul truck. I had it for 2 days. I had it yesterday. I had to take my son to basketball pictures. I'm the head coach, 4th grade basketball. My son and I are driving to basketball, take the pictures. Got a few minutes to get there. I'm in the U-Haul truck. I'm driving on the street. What do I see? A video game stand-up system.
On the curb lawn?
On the curb. I go to my son. I'm like, we got to go get it. He goes, hey, we got to go to pictures. We'll get it on the way back. I said, son.
No.
Be there on the way back. So we're going to turn around. So I cut down the side street because we're like on a somewhat main road, and it's on like the main road. So I cut down a side street, and I'm like, wait, I'm in a 26-foot box truck. You can't just like
trees
around real quick. So I got to go all the way around the block. I come down, and then I pull up next to the house, put the flashers on. My son, I go out there. I go to my son. I'm like, help me carry it. And he's like, Dad, it's too heavy. So I'm like dragging the machine to the back of the truck. I open the back door of the truck. And I'm like, help me lift it. He's like, it's too heavy, Dad. So I just lift the whole thing up. I just slide it in the back of the truck, slam the door down, get back in the car. We drive. We get to thing. And then he was mad because we're like 3 minutes late. But no, man. Then I go, son, wash your hands. He's like, I'm fine. His hands are just covered in mud. My whole shirt, it's got like particle board stuff from the video game thing on. Like I had this dark blue thing on. It's all covered like that. I'm like getting off. And my wife's like, you can't be doing that. Your son wants to. I said, listen, 20 years from now, that kid will never remember about basketball pictures. But he'll remember his dad doing a Yui with this truck, pulling up and taking the video game system. Long story short.
He'll be doing a Yui in 20 years with his kid and going, my dad did this. Shut up.
Shut up, kid. So it was a Golden Tee video game system. It was Clubhouse Edition. So it's like a smaller one with a screen. They were made in like 2006. I saw one sell on eBay for $600. I go to the shop today. I plug it in. The guy's like, "Oh, you garbage picked that?" And I said, "Watch." And I flipped the button. Boom, popped on. I started playing Golden Tee. I couldn't believe it worked. I told my son today, I was like, it worked. He was just like, "Well, really, Dad?" But he wanted to take a picture with me in the truck this morning and everything. So.
Wow.
But that's an exclusive.
That's your year, dude.
Yeah.
Year of second sense.
I'm telling you, man. It was unbelievable. Because I had the truck, too. You know, just like so happened I had this truck. But, yeah, it was a great day. And where else are you going to go? I'm like, I've never seen a video game system, you know, a stand-up one on the corner. Or, you know, I mean,
especially when you're driving a truck big enough to just swing over and pick it up.
Yeah, it was like, no problem. Like,
hey, Catherine, thank you so much. I love you. With all my heart, Catherine Sword out. I'm sorry that we didn't have an auction this week. I can't tell you when I'm going to have another one, but
well, thank you, Dillhole.
Probably Tuesday, I'd say at the latest.
You guys should have an auction when you're down here in Florida with us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're gonna do a lot of cheesy stuff together when I get down there. It's gonna be fun.
We'll go to the flea market, and then you guys can come back here, and then we'll have an auction with you guys for everything we bought at the flea market.
I've been to that flea market, and it's amazing.
Have you? Oh yeah, you
live
in Florida.
Well, I did, but when my dad was, you know, flea market, garage sales ever since I was a little kid, that was his thing. And when we go to Florida, anytime we went down there, we'd always stop and, you know, at the largest flea market in the world, you know, or whatever it is. It's crazy.
Is it always open as that, or is it just okay?
Yeah, they're open.
Go skydiving, Jeremy. You want to go skydiving?
Yeah, can we get Chapo and George to go with us? You think they will?
I've been skydiving.
I think
Rocky Mountain climbing.
I'm pretty sure Chapo would go. I feel like I wouldn't have to like take too much convincing.
You guys never jumped out of a plane before?
George might be. I have. George.
That's a perfectly good one.
Would George go?
Dude, you know George is scared of everything. She's scared of her own shadow.
I've gone 3 times, and I tell you what, it is unbelievable.
No, I'm gonna one-way the ticket because Bonnie has a point. I could rent a truck and drive back home. I don't know. You never know. Florida has so many opportunities. It's ridiculous.
That's the reality. There's so many opportunities to make money down here.
I don't want to give you a bit about skydiving, though, but the last time I went skydiving, I went with my brother. And the guy's coming down, and my brother's, you know, you go tandem, you know, the guy's strapped to your back. So my brothers, they go down, and the chute opens, and then all of a sudden, he just starts free falling again. And he thought he broke off of the guy. But what happened was the chute got tangled, and the guy had to get rid of the chute and then deploy the secondary chute. And the guy came down the ground, and he was just cussing a storm out, you know, because whoever packed the chute packed it wrong, you know. But my brother, though, like, just imagine that split second of time. You're like, all of a sudden the chute opens, and you're slowing down, and then all of a sudden you just go right back to free falling. Dude,
the same thing happened to me, dude. Literally, maybe not the same thing, literally, but like when he threw his shoe, something happened to where like, cause dude, I barely made the weight limit. Like I'm fat, bro. I think it was like 250. I don't know. I barely made the weight limit. So he has this big dude. I'm like bigger than him. He's behind me. And my fat self is coming out. And like I'm going, like you have to do like this banana pose, like where you arc like your back and kind of like go off of like the thing. And you're like just throwing yourself in the air. So I'm like in like the most amazing state of mind right now. Like I am free falling. I don't have any, it is the most insane and exhilarating adrenaline rush. You can't get any better. Like you really feel like
200 miles per hour, you know?
Dude, I couldn't even breathe. I was like, like I couldn't even scream, you know? And then, so anyways, he throws his chute out and the chute goes. And I guess maybe I was too big or something had to happen where he had to unlatch me I dropped and he latched me again up. He said, "Don't panic." He said, "Don't panic. I have to make some minor adjustments." And I'm in the air right now. I'm like, and this is why I said, I'm like, "No, go ahead, bro. Do your thing." You know, I try to just.
It's all good, man. It's all good. Do your thing, man. It's all good.
I'm just hanging. I'm just hanging, bro. Take your time.
Well, 8,000 feet up in the air right now. Don't worry about it.
And I feel my body drop, and he catches me and velcros and ties it or something. And yeah, bro. Oh my God. You could tell he was panicking. That's when I was just like, oh my God, am I gonna die right now? Is that Guapo's dying, really? And yeah, man. So yeah, that was the case. That was crazy. And I looked, I'm like, yo. I'm like, look at me. I'm like, Jeremy, let's go, Stuart. Let's go skydive.
Well, Georgia definitely isn't going to go now. She went up in the ultralight, so I was shocked she actually went up in the ultralight when we were flying with the campground owners. So that was pretty cool.
Damn, she said no thanks.
She went up in the ultralight and didn't get motion sickness.
Guys, I was this close to jumping on a plane with Guapo and coming down to go to that flea market, but after the skydiving story, I don't know if I can keep up with you guys.
Why don't you just come down, Conky, whatever. Let's do it.
I had a weird dream. Jeremy, did you mention that flea market in your last Sunday's live?
No, I don't think so.
I thought you did, because I had this weird dream that I went to that flea market with you.
Not to be, Conky. You better go with Guapo.
And
Conky, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Really weird. What are you doing? There was just tables and tables and shelves full of old toys, and they were cheap. And I just, something you couldn't touch on eBay for $500 was like $13.
You better go, Conky.
It was just a really bizarre dream. I don't know.
I had a dream that all the stuff was cheap.
It's a sign, Conky.
You go.
It's beginning
How
to look.
How much is a flight, Guapo, to Florida?
Well, I paid like $120 to go there and like $120 something to go back.
Less than
I still have a flight to go back, though. That's the thing. I do. I still have a flight to go back Sunday morning out of Miami. Out of
Noreen just said, "Let's go." She doesn't have a problem with it.
I think what she means is I would have to go and she'd stay home with the dog.
No, I'm pretty sure she said you're both going.
Conky, you might as well just go, bro. Noreen's giving you the green light.
Yeah.
We'll get you guys out at Get Swamped at the ranch.
It really, like, if you don't have a 9 to 5, like, it's not like a hard plan, like, at all. Like, we obviously have somewhere to be, like, we obviously have plans to, kind of like, we got content to create, and dude, the plane is so cheap, dude. It's like $130. You're looking at $260 just a plane ticket, maybe about $65 in luggage, maybe there and back.
Don't bring luggage and you're fine.
See, I got you though, because like t-shirts, I want to bring back the t-shirts.
Ship them back.
Yeah, it's probably cheaper just to ship the stuff.
Hales will ship it.
Yeah.
Or George, she'll charge you only $25 to ship it. Handling.
Or better yet, let George auction it off on their Sunday Night Live, and if you can buy it, you get free shipping.
Ooh.
Yeah, there you go. Like, George, auction all this off.
Right. Free shipping.
You'll be like, everybody else, don't buy. I need to restore the love.
Restore.
It's the cubic shipping.
You good.
I have a few pictures of the ladies. See, she's in Bushnell, Florida.
Yeah, she's 5 minutes from Robbie.
5 minutes from Robbie. Guys, these are some cool t-shirts. I mean, this one alone I sold for I believe it was $250. Just this one.
Hang on.
Yeah, the Pink Floyd. Yep.
Yeah,
that one's in really good condition too.
Yeah, I mean, that's a nice one. That's
I went to that concert.
But you gotta think, like, I mean, dude, she wants like 12 to 15 on the load. There's 26. Huh?
12 to 1,500.
Yeah, for all
their
of them.
shirts or
For
all the
all
shirts.
of them. And I think she has 20 something of them.
Hmm.
So yeah, it makes a little bit of sense, but I don't know. I mean, you have to sell all of them. Like that's the hard thing, guys. You guys got to realize the best way to calculate your price per item is you check how many units you have in your bulk deal and you divide it by what you paid. And that's how you get your price per item. But guys, let's discuss this. And I want to hear you guys' opinion on this. With that quote, you have to sell everything in order for you to have that price. If that makes any sense. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like we can estimate what our price per item is when we obviously divide whatever amount of whatever we bought from the price that we bought the full load of. But in order for that number to be accurate, eventually we have to sell all of it.
So basically what Andrew is saying, if I can get this pen and I can get 100 of these pens for $1 a piece, that's $100. The only way that they're truly $100 a piece is if I can sell, or excuse me, $1 a piece is if I can sell all of these pens. I have to sell the whole 100. If I only sell 2, I lost money.
$50
$50 a piece.
Yeah, because like essentially your price per item goes down for every unit you sell. So that's like, it's pretty much like, boom, boom, and obviously if you say you got them $1 each, you want to sell them for $2, obviously you're doubling your profit. So if you sell 50, you got your money back. So essentially anything after 50 is full solely profit. But that's not always the case. For instance, you got 1,500, 24 shirts. That's an investment. Let's see what the math is. 1,500 divided by 24. That's making each shirt $62. Now do I want to invest 1,500? I mean, my whole house is filled with vintage t-shirts, guys. That's what I collect. Rob will tell you, there's just vintage t-shirts everywhere. There's a new one hanging up every time he comes over, so it's like, it's one of those things where, you have to, what makes sense makes dollars, guys. It's gotta make sense. The meat has to be there,
you don't make the money. You make the money when you buy, not when you sell it.
Right.
If you buy it right, then you can make money off it. If you don't buy it right, it's tough to make the money.
Just like Rob, I'm gonna start quoting you, Rob. I'm telling you, you got some sayings, dude. I'm telling you, your first offer is your best offer. Something's only worth what somebody's willing to pay for it. You don't make money when you sell it. You make money when you buy it. Those are veteran quotes right there, bro.
Yeah, those are just truths, really.
My grandfather used to say, "Don't let the money walk out the door." That was one of his good quotes because, my dad and my grandfather, and they ran a comic book baseball card store for, 2 of them for years, and my brother still has the one of them. But the thing is that you have this store. Someone comes in and wants to buy. You have this comic book on the wall. You might have that comic book on the wall there for 5 years. Someone wants to come in and buy it. You have $40 on it. They go, "I'll give you 30. No, I want 40. All right. And the guy walks out the door. No one might come in and want a comic book for another 10 years. Take the money while the money's there. Don't let the money walk out the door. You can if the guy's willing to buy it, do a negotiate. At least try to, obviously if he wants to give you $5 for a $50 item, okay, that's a different story. But negotiate. That's the thing. Don't be
I did it, Mr. Stash. There's a bunch of people emailing me wanting me to sell me shirts, but they never got back to me. So I got 2 of Jerry's t-shirt auctions. The other ones went for far too much. So
what's kind of funny is I got my one buddy that I did a couple videos with. I think Guapo, you know what shirts I'm talking about, all those band t-shirts of the concert.
Yeah, he never got back to me.
And I still get emails about that, and I forward them to Kevin, and he's assured me that he's not going to sell them without giving everybody that wants them a chance to do something. But I don't think he's interested in selling them as much as,
It's probably worth more than memories of the concerts.
See, that's not me, though. I take losses on shirts all the time. because like Rob said, I mean, I've been doing this for nowhere near honestly, when I tell you guys how long I've been doing this, it's not as much as you would think, because I've evolved and incredibly, you know, it's every day is a learning experience as a reseller, and decisions are huge. And I think that's a good concept for all of you guys that are watching, to understand. Take the money while it's here. When we resell and we deal with so many items like we do, I mean, dude, it's not gonna, like you said, 10 years, 5 years. What are we doing here? Are we hoarding, or are we selling? What are we doing? So
I don't know. I've got so much stuff, and I just keep piling it because, you know, we've said this before. It's so much easier and more fun to buy. Then you got to do the work of selling it.
My warehouse is almost empty.
Yeah.
Come on, Rob.
I
My nose grew 3 feet.
I thought I
off
had
that.
that poker face, man.
oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Someone goes, they said, they commented on one of my videos. They go, Rob, you've been buying a lot of units lately. You're building. How can you fit all this in your building? I'm like, well,
He can't. He
luckily I
can't.
got 18,000 square feet, and there's tons of vertical space, Jeremy. Like I told my business partner once, okay, if you're looking down, the building's full. If you keep your head up high, the building's empty.
That's true.
All the
All
time.
you need is shelves.
Yeah, shelves. You could hang a pulley from the ceiling with a net. You could bring it down, fill that whole net up with stuff, and boom, pull that thing right up to the ceiling, Conky.
Boom.
Think of how much space I got then. Another 18,000 square feet.
Yeah.
You know, you guys probably could build a ton of shelves in there with all the wood you find in units.
Think of what would happen, Rob, if a big gust of wind came along and blew the roof off your building. How much more room would you have then?
Ooh.
I wish, but the problem is it's all concrete and cement and brick. It's like you could huff and puff and nothing's blowing that building down.
Yeah.
Man, you know what, Rob? Let's just sell that wood, bro. One of these days, if we got time, maybe in the future, maybe make a time. Let's get that wood out. I don't know, maybe catalog it or something. I'll send you some pictures or something. It's kind of just in a pile.
From that one unit we bought way back, we got all that wood still.
Dude, that's like a $4 or $5 grand, bro. Like,
Why are you building shelves out of it?
man,
Because
I can't, right? That's on the.
there's some like specialized hardwoods in there and things like that
Oh, yeah.
too.
Good money. You don't want shelves out of that.
Yeah, like I'm kind of just like letting like God take the wheel with the whole like building thing right now. And that's like, I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, I'm being honest. Like, you know, when I find that one person, that one contractor, that one guy that needs the work, that has the fair price that I could trust, we can get it done, then we can do it. Because the wood and all the materials and pretty much everything that we need besides a few things, maybe I got to go get some kills on the wood. And once all that's in, then I have everything that I need to remodel it. And it's inside my building right now. So I don't know.
Yeah, I've got stacks. And when I built my garage,
Storage unit.
when I built my garage, we took down a big cherry tree, and I had the wood carted off into a mill and milled into planks because I wanted to be able to build when I redid my kitchen, I wanted to be able to build my cabinets out of the wood that I got off this property. But so far, it's just sitting there too in stacks in the garage and down here in the basement. And you never really know what to do with all that stuff.
No, not. I mean, but this is what that me and Rob got though, man.
Yeah, I saw that. I was there when you bought it.
Yeah, this is a good one. These are everything's cherry. Everything's gorgeous. Yeah.
It was so heavy. There's so much of it. It was just like heavy, and I mean, it took like 40 minutes, like 4 people to load all the wood.
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
there's
a lot of wood. There's a lot of wood. That's why I'm thinking, like, if we have somebody on the hook, Rob, like, I'm in no way do I have any plans for the building right now. Like, until further ado, until I find somebody, like, I'm not gonna do anything. And we have at least, like I said, I'm estimating $2 to $4 grand in wood, you know, to the right person, you know. So that's money in our pocket. And I'm definitely willing to move forward with that, guys. Dogecoin is a cryptocurrency that is on the come up, guys. Bitcoin has rose from, it was like 15,000 to like 50 something thousand. I sold my Bitcoin by mistake not too long ago. So, guys, I want to advise you guys to buy Dogecoin if you can afford the investment. Dogecoin is now at 50 cents per share. If that rises to $1 or $2, you will not regret it, guys. You won't. I have a lot of money invested in Dogecoin right now.
Just once again, this announcement is he is not a professional financial advisor. He's not saying that you should buy anything at all. He takes no responsibility for any quotes or anything he says during this time.
Entertainment purposes only.
Not at all.
That message for Dogecoin is brought to you by Ace Ventura.
Right. I get tons of emails of people saying, "Thank you so much for saying this resale tactic," or "Thank you so much for telling me this." And
here's a real question: does anybody really understand Bitcoin?
Robbie's in the house.
Robbie, we've been talking so much about Robbie. Now he's in the house.
And Service Pro wanted to see your Crocs, so there you go, Service.
You want to see my Crocs, Service Chihuahua?
Dude, you gonna tell Robbie that you're coming down to get the T-shirt?
Oh, Robbie, get the ambulance ready, okay? I'm coming down.
He's ready, man.
And again, Robbie, you weren't here for. I asked who the ambulance was for, and he said it was for the crocodile. So,
Yep.
Are you ready to wrestle?
Call TNT. Just get the ambulance ready. Get all the bandages and gauze ready with the alcohol and peroxide because it's going down.
for Guapo.
For the Croc.
Oh, you wish. You wish.
No. Just to kind of catch him up. I was just in Miami. I had plans actually to come up and do something, but now it's like, oh my God, there's band tees, there's crocodiles, there's Jeremy, there's Robbie, there's a big.
Robbie just sending you out on a gator call, man.
Guapo,
You guys, it's gonna be
260 pounds. The man from Lorain, Ohio, Guapo Storage Legends. Now in this corner, coming in at 13 feet, 2,000 pounds, the mouth of the South, the alligator choppers. The epic battle, North versus South, Guapo versus Choppers. Who's gonna take it all? You will have to find out next week on What the Hales.
Funny.
That's so funny. I'm gonna be losing, and Chopper's gonna come in with the people's elbow.
Wham!
That's funny.
Crazy.
I think it was destined. I only wear Crocs, so I think it was like destined.
Dude, you guys
Crocs first
down here this weekend. I told you we're going out. We'll meet you at, you can get the T-shirts Monday morning, then we'll meet at Robbie's, then we'll all go to a flea market.
Yeah, that works. Honestly, I think that does work. Yeah, that works.
Okay, Guapo, this. You wrestle the Gator and Crocs. And if you win, I will buy that Croc and make Crocs out of that Croc.
Yo, if I win, we all have to make Croc hats with our YouTube channels on the hat engraved, with our nicknames engraved. Rob, new name. Let me see. We got Conky. Conky, what's your real name?
No, really?
His real name is Conkalicious.
Conky.
You should be like, what's Noreen call you? Conkalicious.
She called me Conky.
Conky, is that your real name?
It's Mr. Conky to you, pal.
That's Mr. Conky to you.
I love it.
You're kidding me.
I love it.
Rob,
double E.
if Conky's real name is Conky, you officially need a nickname because I don't know, man.
Listen,
Let's give him the nickname of Lee. He looks like a
Oh,
Lee.
yeah, why didn't I know that? Why didn't I know that?
Like Buddy Lee.
Conky Lee. What you used to call it? That was Rob used to say that. Conky Lee.
You know what's funny, Guapo, is for the longest time I didn't know which one of you was Guapo and which one was Chapo.
I know. That's so funny. Because technically, Chapo's like a male. Like it's supposed to be like when you conjugate something in Spanish, you end it with an A if it's feminine.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but Chapo's just like a name that just stuck with her. Like it's been her name for a minute. Like before
What's Rob's nickname? Auctioneer extraordinaire.
Auctioneer. No, I like
Zappy.
Roberto.
I like what did I call you? Not Zabos. What did I think your name was?
Like what's that fictional
something, man.
The wizard from Harry Potter?
Zados? Didn't I call it like Zados or something like that?
Yeah, you call me lots of things.
I called you something. I'm gonna get a good name for Rob, guys, and it's gonna be official. We're gonna officiate it.
What's my nickname?
Jer Bear, but I don't know. I'm kind of over the whole Jer Bear thing, man. You never really dug that, so I don't know. It's got to get.
Over the Jer Bear thing. You just wanted to do it being called Jer Bear by another guy. So
it's happening. It's happening.
The problem is because I said that with such affection.
It happened. It happened. I don't know. It happened, and I ran with it. It was just happening. That's it.
Hey, Jer Bear, can I get a hug, man, or what?
Yeah, Jer Bear, yeah.
A bear hug.
That's it. I mean, it's Guapo for you. I don't know. I don't know. Kyle, what's my real name? My real name's Andrew.
The funny part is we have a habit of nicknaming a lot of people that we meet on YouTube and through YouTube. And I was thinking about this the other day because we were talking with another YouTube channel, the niche lady, and she'd reached out and asked for some help building her channel. So we were talking about the value. You guys know this already. The value of telling a story. That's how you grow a YouTube channel, consistently every day telling a story. And I was thinking about this because we've nicknamed so many people, whether it be Baby Jeebus, Mama Jeebus, whether it be even recently Z-Dog, Farmer Mark. I mean, wherever we go, we end up giving this nickname, and and so I was like, well, why does that stick with people? And I think the value of that is it helps build the character for the storyline in the videos.
Yeah, it does.
And so people identify with that character that you build. And so whether it's a Guapo and a Chapo, whether it's a Conky, they identify with that character that's built in the storyline in the videos. And I think it's really, Robbie just said Jeremy's Fumble Nuts. So the whole Captain Fumble Nuts, whatever it is, George, is a character people identify with. And so there's a lot of value in that. There really is that whole nickname.
I'm pretty sure that like Robbie called you like beautiful or gorgeous or something when he picked up the phone on live last Auctions Anonymous. So I don't want to hear anything about Jer Bear, mister.
I don't want to hear nothing about me calling you Jer Bear.
He's got his cue from you, Guapo.
Yeah, yeah. You know what, Jeremy? Your new friends, your new buddies that replaced us are calling you love and beautiful or whatever.
Guapo, don't start anything. First of all, after you wrestle the Croc, then talk some trash. But before time, you should be like,
no, that Croc, no. I'm gonna wrestle everybody. I'm wrestling.
He's not gonna feed that alligator all weekend, and then get
you guys down here every single.
He's not gonna feed that alligator all weekend.
I'm telling
you, these guys.
You want to wrestle this week?
Open armed.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I'm not wrestling an alligator no more, guys.
Wait a minute, whatever happened to call the ambulance for the alligator? Now you're not going to wrestle it?
Well, now it's the wambulance.
I'm gonna have I'm gonna bring out like a pocket knife or something and just kind of like.
Listen, you know how somebody like me would wrestle an alligator? I'd call my lawyer and issue a restraining order against it, tell it to stay away.
I would press charges. I'd press sexual harassment charges on the alligator.
Whoa! What did I just miss?
That's
protection order, 50 feet.
Yeah. He's gonna come by me, and I'm gonna scream rape.
Apparently, Guapo and the alligator have been having sex. I don't know what's going on.
Oh my God, Conky took that so far. Conky took that so far. Oh my gosh.
There you go. Guapo finally molested the alligators.
Listen,
Oh my gosh. You guys are incredible. Rob, I really hope you hear this inappropriate talk from all.
What? You started it.
That's what every alligator says back here. You can't molest them.
State of Florida and alligator versus Guapo of Storage Legends.
I got my money on the Bitcoin.
Yep. Bring a pocket knife to a croc fight. Yeah, seriously. Seriously, I have one right here, and I still might not win, guys. I have one right here. The one you guys remember this? All the super fans for Storage Legends, you guys remember this? This was the one that they told me not to sell. I was gonna sell it.
Thunderbolt 2.
Yeah, they were like, "No, Guapo, keep it for yourself." And I was like, "Okay."
Tomorrow's video, you guys are gonna get to see Sobek just go to town. Sobek is the Nile crocodile, and you guys will see in tomorrow's video him going to town on the feeding. It's so stinking cool.
Yeah, I'm wrestling him. So
you're losing, but
hey, but at least I live to fight another day. Maybe.
No, you won't. You won't.
Did you ever hear alligator go Chick-fil-A? It's gonna be like, see you.
He's gonna swallow me whole and do the Chick-fil-A and do the Chick-fil-A noise.
Chick-fil-A. Bye-bye, Guapo.
I will put on some Barry White. Put on some Keith Sweat.
You're also gonna see Neo having his way with another reptile in tomorrow.
He'll put a bib on and put on some Keith Sweat.
There you go.
Yeah, that's funny. Look, Bonnie says Guapo filet.
Conky, come on down with Guapo.
That's a tough decision. I can only come down for a couple days if I came down, but
yeah, no, honestly, like Conky, that's not a bad idea though, bro. I mean, you still got the weekend. Our meeting's on Monday. If I come tomorrow, I still got the weekend to kind of like go crazy. You know, who knows? You know, I don't know, but I just being here, and it was 50 something out today. I still was like, man, like, no sun.
no, it's actually nice out here today around here. It's just, you know, what do they say about marching like a lion out like a lamb?
Ronald Johnson, I use my fingernails as a defense mechanism. I also use my fingernails to get batteries out of a TV remote or a PlayStation remote for that matter. And I also I scratch my head, and I like to scratch like parts of my body when they itch. So the nail clipper it just doesn't interest me right now. The nail clipper, I need these reseller nails right now.
I like
you know.
What are reseller nails? Did I miss something?
Yeah, somebody talked about my nails.
Yes. Crazy nails.
I got long nails. I got long nails for sure.
No such thing as nice in Ohio. Yeah, it is a little bit. There's a few months where we get decent weather around here, but otherwise it's
yeah, it was beautiful at the ranch today. Beautiful. And we haven't been back. We haven't been back at the creek. George is in the chat. I don't know. We probably haven't been back there in a couple weeks, which is kind of sad because we've been doing so much around the house and in the pole barn. So we don't even know what it looks like in the back right now. And I think we need to correct that, but it's probably been 2+ weeks since we've been back there.
Well, when do you get is your tractor still is Hulk
still at Ag Pro in Crystal River? Yep. So I did so much damage I don't remember if I told you guys about this last time or not, but I did so much damage hitting all the stuff that I've hit with the brush hog that it knocked the bolts on the gearbox, and so everything is out of alignment. So the vibration is just, and so they called me back. They said, Jeremy, it's $3,000 just for the parts for the brush hog. And I think I paid like $3,700 for the brush hog. So I told them, I said, listen, don't fix the brush hog. I said, we're gonna beat the snout out of it. Just bring it back, fix everything else, bring it back, and then we'll destroy it until it's dead. And lesson learned, you know, we did more than we should have with it, and then we'll cross the next bridge of what we need after that. So we don't have it yet, but we're hoping to get it back soon.
Yeah, but can you imagine if somebody would have bought that and did that with it, and you know, $3,000 for a brush hog? That's a lot of money for somebody to spend on a piece of equipment and have it break after.
It is. It's a lot of money. And I will say, you know, I don't want people to take anything disrespectful in regards to us going, oh, you know what, no big deal. We'll just break it till we break it and get another one. But that's our life. And we've worked hard. We've worked very, very, very hard. You know, so many people ask all the time, Jeremy, why are you successful? How have you been able to do this? And it's always the same answer. I work harder than everybody else. Everybody wants what I have, but they're not willing to work for it. And so we've talked about that before on here. You guys are all willing to work. You guys are willing to put in the time, the commitment, the drive, the desire. And that's, you know, it's not, oh, you know, Jeremy is a jerk because he'll just go out and buy another brush hog after he destroyed this one, after he had it a month. People aren't jerks who do that. They've worked hard in their life to be able to do that. And a lot of times those who don't have as much money as other people, they'll just look at them and go, well, you're a jerk because you could have given that money to the poor, or you could have done this. And well, and my response is always the same, because I know there's always going to be trolls and haters out there. My response is always the same. Well, why tell me what to do with my money? Why don't you go ahead and just do it with yours right now?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. It's really easy to advise a person, but it's really hard to take your own advice. So it's like, dude, it's like, I feel like all four of us like work extremely hard.
Very hard.
I work, and it's not all on YouTube. Like I really like, I gotta say, like, out of all of us, I mean, Rob, you know, he's more consistent, but Jeremy's real adamant of recording everything, and that's how I should be. That's how I should be. I'm gonna get there. But a majority of the hard, amazing blood, sweat, and tear work isn't even filmed. It's not even put out on video. So, you know, but anybody that does resell and has bought a storage unit before knows and understands that it's not a walk in the park. None of it is. Cataloging. You move, you catalog, you know, you buying, like Conky said earlier, buying is the easiest part of reselling. It's so easy to buy if you have the capital.
All day long, every day, you can buy. There's auctions, there's eBay, there's garage sales, flea markets, there's offer up, there's whatever. Go on and on. You could buy all day long.
All day. There would be no limit.
You know,
I bought a 10 by 20 storage locker that filled up a whole 26-foot box truck front to back. You know what I'm saying? For $400, you buy all day. Now selling all that stuff, it's a little bit more difficult.
Well, and that's where, you know, I encourage people. I was just encouraging a couple this week that you know, that's what everybody says, that selling is the hardest part. Well, my philosophy is different. Whereas I think buying is the hardest part. Okay, and I'm not contradicting anything you guys say, but buying is the hardest part. It's the skill that I have in here that I can't transfer to somebody to go, hey, buy this storage unit. I mean, you guys, we try and share that knowledge in the videos to teach people. You guys have the knowledge, you get it. But I can't hire somebody, for example, we'll say Christian and Patience, okay? because the viewers on here are familiar with them. I can't hire somebody immediately and teach them everything that's in here. I have to know something about everything. I can't be a specialist in anything. I mean, I can try, but the knowledge that I have to buy is huge. Whereas the knowledge for me to train an employee to sell on eBay, I literally give them a list. Here's 40 steps. Follow every single one of these steps right as I have it on the list. Do this. That is all it is. It's mindless. Now I try and teach them, take the best pictures, make the best titles, and that's all on the list. But for me, the hardest part is actually buying and buying for profit. And I encourage people, hire the selling part, but nobody ever listens to me in that regard. And I always tell them the same thing. If you hire somebody to sell for you, they're going to generate their own salary, because so many people are afraid. They go, well, I don't have the money to pay them. Well, if you communicate with them and say, hey, we're going to go on this venture together and stick with me, I'm going to pay you, you're going to generate your own salary, then boom, 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 the money's there. And when they're actually selling for you, that opens you up to do the thing that you do best that you can't train other people to do. I don't have Conky's knowledge of Hot Wheels. I love Conky's knowledge of Hot Wheels. I will never, ever have that. Only Conky has that. He can't hire me to send me out to buy for him because I don't have that gift. But Conky can hire me to sell what he already bought and go, look, boom, 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 here's all the Hot Wheels. I'm just using an example because he knows Hot Wheels so much. And then he can go out and buy as many as he wants. And so that's where I think a lot of people they get scared to bring in an employee to sell because they go, well, I don't have the money. But to have the courage to say that person is going to generate the money. And if they don't, you cut them loose. Cut them loose.
You're 100% right. You need someone, obviously I have multiple employees and
yes.
I go out, I have to do what I want to do every day. Like Jeremy said, that's our retirement. This is, I wake up, I get to do what I want to do because I have employees that are, as long as I put things in place when they have stuff to sell, they sit there, catalog it, photo it, list it. My business partner ships everything and I'm out buying because that's what I do best is buying. And, people always like, Rob, you hardly buy any storage units. And now everyone's like, oh, you buy a lot. I buy when I see, and I've been doing this a long time. And like Jeremy said, I can't train anybody else to see the little things I see in a unit. And people are like, like Conky, I bought that one unit for $300. There's a few things I saw in there that were clues that ended up leading to what I hoped that was going to be in there, and it wasn't there. Like the unit I just bought, and it was packed and stacked and tons of work, but I saw a few little things in there and only went for $400. And people saw that, if they knew what everyone after the fact, like Conky's like, man, I wish I would have bought this unit for $300.
Somebody,
I don't know who it is. Guapo?
I think that's Guapo.
It's always Guapo. What are you talking about?
Are you still thinking about rustling alligators over there, pal?
Man, no. Maybe.
Yeah, you guys are so skilled in your areas of expertise.
That is not me. That is not me.
This is a little Barry White for you and your data.
Hey, and all Jeremy and Rob just see is just me running literally from this alligator.
Now, what most of our viewers don't realize, because I've never shared this before, this is another tidbit that you're only going to get on AA, is before we even left for Florida, I sat down, and I'm going to use Patience and Christian as an example because our viewers know Patience and Christian. I sat down with Patience and Christian, and I said, these are the numbers. If you cannot hit these numbers, you will not be employed. It's literally that direct, that easy.
Do you mind sharing those numbers or what?
Well, the number comes down to what my expenses are with their salary and having them as an employee, and they have to bring profit on top of that. So at a bare minimum, it has to break even, but bare minimum isn't good enough. There has to be a profit margin on top of that. So they have a goal. Each of them has to generate enough income for me to keep them on salary. And they know ahead of time, if you're not generating, for example, I'm here in Florida, they're all by themselves and they're generating a paycheck every week, every Monday they get paid. They are all by themselves with absolutely no supervision from me at all. Every morning we do about a 1-minute phone call. What are you doing today? They're like, oh, we're listening on eBay today. Okay, great, have fun. I'm gonna go to Robbie's and play with gators. So they know this is where the money has to be. And if that money's not there, they're not employed. So if you can structure things very plain, very clear to generate that employee's income, and you can be upfront and go, hey, I want to build this with you. Let's move forward. I mean, that's the best thing to do, is to be upfront, be clear about expectations, and say, to get to point A to point B, this is what we've got to do. And if we can't get there, we can't do this together. And so I think that's where a lot of our, a lot of resellers struggle, because they go, well, I can't list enough, but they won't bring in somebody to list for them.
Yeah, it was awesome. Don't get me wrong. It was awesome to have an employee. I think what happened was I was paying him like $800 a week. So, or 800 every 2 weeks or something like that. So it didn't make sense after a while.
Jeremy, let me ask you this, because you taught them how to sell on eBay, correct? You gave them that list
in about 3 hours.
Okay,
their training.
And you and I both know the one incident where they sold that car for like $40, and I just shook my head. It was like a $300 toy. Okay, so that was a little mistake.
Yep.
Now, what would you say, I guess, percentage-wise, they didn't hit 100% because they made that one little mistake. What would you say percentage-wise you've lost versus what you've gained from having them do this for you? I mean, are they hitting 90%, or you see what I'm?
So do you mean financially?
Well, yeah.
Because what you're asking, because if you're saying percentage-wise, what have you gained financially? The answer is 100%. It was all profit, regardless of whether I sold it for $1 or I sold it for $200. It was already all profit. Well, so now we can both look at that and go, well, that profit margin should have been higher. So you can go, well, where's the profit margin? Is it high enough? I can tell you currently the profit margin is high enough. It's high enough to justify having them on staff.
Okay, I guess the question was more of, anytime any business owner hires employees, there's a certain amount of, risk involved with, because they're representing you now.
Yeah.
I mean? So you're saying that the good with the bad with the ugly, everything came out, better than anything.
Yeah, it's all, yes. So for me, and we're using Christian and Patience as an example because the viewers are familiar with them. For me, if they're meeting their financial goals, then everything is fine. I clear out space, they get paid, I make money, and I keep buying. That's the best. Liz, the percentage over salary is as high as it could possibly be. But it all depends on where you want to be. Well, you got to take salary and expenses in there as well. So their salary, that is, any business, your biggest expense is always going to be your salaried employees. So that's always your expense. You have fixed expense, you have variable expenses, but that fixed expense of a salaried of an employee is your biggest expense. That's why when you see businesses when they start cutting staff, the very first thing to go is staff, because boom, you take the salary out, you save money. But the percentage is got to be enough to make it profitable to keep going and buying more. You never want to go, well, this is my storage unit buying hand, and this is my, let's say this is my pig buying hand, or my farming buying hand. The farming isn't going to take from the storage unit buying business Or, well, let's go another route, because you guys know I'm in real estate. I've been in real estate, been a landlord since the age of 21. So the real estate business never takes money from the storage unit business. And by the way, this is some things that some viewers have said in the past. Jeremy's only successful because he uses all of his storage or all of his real estate money to buy storage units. No, the two never mix ever. So my real estate business is a sole business all of itself, and it never takes money from the storage unit business. And the reselling storage unit business never takes money from the real estate business. They have to be viable. They have to pay all of their bills on their own. And you have to have a profit margin. Now, most businesses, their goals, if you have a business out there, whether it's Walmart, whether it's, usually their goal is about 10% profit margin. And that's typical. Anywhere between 10% and 15% is their goal for a profit margin. Some businesses, you're going to find a higher profit margin. Some you might find a less of a profit margin, but that's typical for any business out there. Your goal, you want to set a goal for your employees where they need to hit as far as a monthly income, but then you also want to increase your profit, because that profit allows you to go buy more storage units. So the more they're generating in income by selling, the more you can go and buy. So appropriately, buy right.
So where are they now in, obviously they're listing off of what you've bought in the past up here in Ohio.
Yep.
How are they through everything that so not even close. Okay.
Darn it. Because I was going to say those units in Worcester I was going to bring to your warehouse.
They might enjoy that. Not even close. Not even close. I did tell them, they were like, we're so sick of listing stuff. And I was like, I'll tell you what, we never sorted Mother Nature's unit. I was like, you guys take a break on listing stuff. You've been doing really good. Sales have been up. I say, why don't you guys sort the Mother Nature unit, and then, go, okay, this is for eBay. Go ahead and sort that. So they've been working on sorting that here recently.
So how many, just out of curiosity, how many listings a day would you say they put up?
All depends on the day, but on average, I don't know how many they got up right now. Let's check. Let's see how many they have up right now.
40 a day.
I don't know how many they got. They have 2,267 listings up right now.
Wow. They have been working their butts off.
Depends on what you're listing, though. Some things you can list 100 a day. If it's like Barbie's brand new in the package, they're easy to list.
Yeah.
Where you have other things,
Well, the most difficult thing about doing eBay now versus when I started was they want so many item specifics, or they, eBay will complain about it. And there are some things that don't have item specifics that they think should have them. Is, I guess, the best way to put that. I've tried to list things where they want a manufacturer's part number. It's like, well, this is a 40-year-old thing. Who the hell knows what the manufacturer's part number is? All I know is it's this, and I want to list it at that like I used to, and it's not letting me. And that's probably the most frustrating, most time-consuming part of listing on eBay nowadays is that extra step you have to take.
Yeah.
That I never used to have to take. But they're trying to be like Amazon, and they're trying to get their stuff to come up on, like Google searches and things like that. And I've never cared about that. I've always thought, well, somebody's looking on eBay, they're looking on eBay, and the person who puts the most keywords in the description gets gets to come up on the search. And I guess that's not the way it works anymore.
And you guys realize this is part of our business model, is to hire people so that honestly we can live life. I've always said this, even when I was running the Christian Camp and Conference Center, I would have up to 150 people working for me, plus 1,000 volunteers a year. There is no way I could have ever done all of that work on my own. The goal was to find good people, empower them to do their job. And I hold that same philosophy with what we do with the reselling business. And so when we build the warehouse here in Florida, it will have the 1-bedroom efficiency apartment. And that's going to be for George and I first while we build a house, but then that's going to be housing for an employee to run the warehouse. It's not going to be us running the warehouse. That's going to be for an employee selling in Florida. And hey, here's housing if you need to crash, whatever it is, run the warehouse. You're selling, you're shipping, run the warehouse. And that's part of a model. That's part of a business model that works for us. I understand it won't work for everybody. But a lot of times what I see with resellers, and I'm not saying about anybody specific, I'm saying as a whole, resellers want to control the selling side of it, and that's the easiest part. The knowledge that we have is the hardest part, that you can't train somebody in a day, 2 weeks, 2 months. It's years and years and years and years of knowledge that you can't just go, here you go. So that's what you need to focus on as a reseller, is the buying, and then hire somebody for the selling, which makes money anyway.
I've never listed one item on eBay myself. And I sold probably, I don't know, probably almost $1 million worth of stuff on eBay. And I never listed one thing, so.
Yeah, that's just something I've always
my life.
Either I've done it myself or Doreen's doing it now. I've just never had the trust to.
That's the hard part too, is finding the right person and people that you can trust. But like Jeremy said, if you empower the people and they feel like they have some ownership in it, and they people, that's what people want. They want some to have that kind, get some ownership, something like they feel they're more valued than just, okay, clock in, flip some hamburgers and go home, or whatever, whatever job it is out there.
Plus my problem is one of my many hobbies is I'll sit and read case law. And I haven't done this in a while, but you read enough of that stuff. And then you say, okay, I'm going to hire somebody, but if I hire somebody, I got to bring them on as employee. I got to pay workers' comp. I've got to do this. I got to do that.
That's how you hire.
And if I want to 1099 them, well, I'm giving them a place to work. So if I do that for 10 years, then what's going to happen is if they get hurt, the state's going to come in and reclassify our relationship, make me pay 10 years of back. All this crap that I read happens to all these people that try doing this on the cheap and think, do I really want to go through all that? No, I'll just list it myself. Or I'll just do this myself. Even my regular business of working on the fitness equipment that I've had for the last 15 years.
Well, there's ways to bring it in, Conky, because you could always bring people in as a subcontractor.
Yeah, but I can bring them in as a subcontractor. But if they get hurt, then it's a whole long thing. If somebody gets hurt doing something, or if at tax time rolls around, they want to cause a stink, they can say, yeah, but here are the aspects of my employment with this guy. He's given me a place to work. He's done this. He's done that. He's controlled my schedule. He's done this. Aren't I an employee? And the state and the federal come along and say, you know what? You're right. You were an employee. You were an employee for the last 5 or 10 years.
Well, that's why you have to know the law, and you have to make it set up in a way that to classify as an employee versus subcontractors. One is the job that you have. If it's a set job and they don't make any decisions in that job, and you're basically saying controlling it, then they're an employee.
Right.
Or a subcontractor can come in, they have decision-making process and everything else. And
but that's my problem. I would have to control everything. That's just my personality. I would have. I'm not a micro.
Well, you got to step back and put Noreen in charge.
Yeah.
Her take care of it.
Taking care of business.
Don't make me open the song.
Here's the one thing, guys. I with the most skilled laborers in the world, whether it be plumbers, whether it be ranch hands. I've worked alongside with some of the most affluent multimillionaires in the world. And here's what I've learned, okay? The most, and I was a full-time fundraiser, working nonprofit, all of that, and leadership. Leadership has always been a drive of mine. Leadership has always been something that I've always been interested in, and I've read so much on it, and I've learned so much, and I've lived so much of it. And so same with financial stewardship. That's huge for me. And so one of the things the most fluent people in the world do, and if you don't know what fluent means, it means wealthy. Not trying to degrade anybody, but one of the things the most wealthy people in the world do is they hire, because they understand the most valuable thing that they have is their time. And so what they do is they hire people who specialize in something else. And so what I mean, for an example, I'm not a good plumber. I'm not. I got a plumber coming and putting in. I mean, I could even people here in Otter Creek have said, Jeremy, why aren't you doing all the plumbing yourself? I just paid $2,600 to get a 2-inch water meter put in. Then I'm going to pay over $9,000 to run a water line back to my house just so I can get water. Just so I can get water. So they're going, Jeremy, why would you pay that much money to a plumber? Well, here's the reason why. Number one, that plumber will have that job done in a third of the time that I'll have it done. If it's going to take them 1 day, it would take me 3 to 4 days, because it's not my specialty or vocation. Okay. Now, what I have to factor in is, how much is my time worth? So if I'm going to pull myself away to be a plumber for 3 days or 4 days, and I'm going to break something, so now it's going to be 5 days, how much money am I losing by trying to save money? I mean, it's like the people who you see, they spend $10 to go to a gas station to they drive so far, they spend $10 in gas to get to a gas station to save $1 on gas. It doesn't make sense. So for me to hire that plumber at the value of my time and the money that I can make with my time, I will make more money doing what I do best instead of doing the plumbing job. And that makes me more wealthy, because I focus on what I do best. And then I have time, which is the most precious thing that I can actually have, right? It's the most valuable thing I have, and let the plumber do what they do best. And in the long run, I actually make more money because I did that, which I know right now people are going, no, there's no way. It doesn't make sense. The most fluent people, the most wealthy people have learned you hire and you protect your time.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Time is, you can't, it doesn't matter how rich you are, you can't buy time back. Time is priceless. So that's actually a great point. But fellas, I got to get off here, man. We actually almost hit a record. We're at a minute and 47, an hour and 47 minutes on Auctions Anonymous. That is
last week we goofed around. This time it was business.
It was business. There's a lot of good content coming too. It's almost like 100% guaranteed that I'm going to be in Florida here soon. So guys, just like be excited for all of that stuff. And just want to say thank you so much for everybody being here and sharing all of these awesome thoughts.
Yes, thank you.
And I still have a sense of humor. I don't talk business on YouTube much at all, ever.
Well,
as usual.
So let's say the prayer. What do you want to say?
Whose turn is it?
Pretty sure it's Andrew's.
Yeah.
I said it last week. I'll say it again. I don't understand why you guys keep picking on me. I don't get it. Don't threaten me with a good time, ladies and gentlemen.
Listen, Reverend Guapo, please lead us in prayer.
I got you. Everybody bow our heads, guys. Bow our heads. God, I just want you to bless all the beautiful resellers in the chat. Bless the Auction Anonymous group and all of What the Hales subscribers, Conky subscribers, Second Sense and Storage Legends subscribers, the awesome community that we belong to. God, just please allow us to stay as healthy and as awesome as we possibly can be as individuals, that you made us all special in a unique way. God, you're so powerful, and your love will heal us all. We ask this in your name. Amen.
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 Guys, I love you.
Love you.
Give me a big hug. Come on, give me a hug.
Come on, Jerry. Hug it out.
All right, guys. See you guys.
See ya.